Hi YouTubers, the cabin walls are built, windows are in and the door frame fitted. You can watch how easily this was assembled in part 1 by clicking the links at the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and click notify to be alerted when I load new videos. And I definitely recommend checking out the website 𝐦𝐨𝐬retreat.co.uk, which shows the exciting project I hope to be working on in the future. I'll include a link to that intro video at the end of this one. So now it's time to put a lid on this Dunster House log cabin.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
The last few boards are marked ready for cutting. I'll use a straight edge to create a cutting line and a 𝐦𝐨𝐵1 circular saw for cutting to width. The roof insulation should make the cabin nice and toasty all year round. It consists of 25mm insulation bonded to 12.5mm plywood, or that's 1 inch for imperial frames and 1/2 inch plywood. 50mm screws fasten the insulation panels to the roof boards, being careful not to screw them in too far, penetrating the inside of the cabin. The insulation panels have to be cut at the roof apex and at one end of the cabin. The 𝐦𝐨𝐵1 circular saw makes light work of this. I set the angle of the saw to roughly match the pitch of the roof so I can get a good fit at the apex. This probably isn't entirely necessary, but I want to make sure we get maximum insulation. The end of the cabin is made up with offcuts off the large insulation panels supplied by Dunster House. And that's the roof insulated. Now the edges need reinforcing before the waterproof covering can be fitted. The reinforcing timber simply screws into the roof boards from below. Eve edging boards cover the edges of the roof boards, insulation and reinforcing trim. Guttering will fasten to this at a later stage to take the stormwater runoff the roof and harvest it for use in the garden. Metal brackets secured to the eave edging boards, which are then screwed to the insulation panels. The waterproof covering helps to protect the insulation boards before the final roof finish. The plastic covering is stapled to the insulation panels, then trimmed so it slightly overhangs the eaves. We're using shingle tiles as the final roof finish. The first row is laid overhanging the eaves by about 40 to 50 mm. That's about 1 inch. The first row is laid with preformed slots running up the roof. The second row is laid directly over this course, but with the slots running down the roof. Each shingle has a strip of adhesive running across it and will adhere to the next course when exposed to warm weather or direct sunlight. Felt adhesive can be used to help the edges to stay down in the meantime. Clout nails are fixed to shingle to the roof, with the nails above the line of adhesive and therefore hidden by the tile above. Each course is laid staggered to the course below. Shingles overlap the adhesive with the end of the shingle roughly level with the top of the preformed slot in the shingle below, hiding the clout nails and preventing rain from penetrating. The shingles are easily cut with a sharp Stanley blade. Ridge tiles are formed by cutting the shingles into 3 pieces, cutting from the preformed slot at roughly 30 to 45 degrees. These cut tiles will cover the ridge, with each tile overlapping the pointy end. Clout nails are used to fasten down the ridge tiles tightly, and felt adhesive around the edges will prevent the wind from getting under the tile and ripping it free until the adhesive on the shingles can be given time to bond. And that's the roof covered. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and click alert to be notified of the next part of this log cabin build, and stick around for the intro to my exciting project, 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐤 Retreat.